Welcome to Little English Studio, where history, culture, and the wonders of our world come alive in clear and simple English. Today we travel to one of the most extraordinary places on earth, a city where ancient stones whisper stories of prophets, kings, and pilgrims. A city sacred to billions, yet filled with human struggles, hope, and devotion. This is Jerusalem, the eternal city, the heart of faith, history, and the search for peace. Jerusalem stands on the hills of modern-day Israel and Palestine. For over 5,000 years, it has been the center of belief, conflict, and inspiration. Few places in the world carry so much meaning in such a small space. For Jews, it is the city of King David and the site of the Holy Temple. For Christians, it is where Jesus lived, died, and was resurrected. For Muslims, it is where the Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven during his night journey. This sacred connection between three major religions makes Jerusalem a spiritual crossroads for all humanity. Walking through the old city feels like stepping into a living history book. Narrow stone streets wind between markets, mosques, churches, and synagogues. Bells ring from church towers, the call to prayer echoes from minarets, and Jewish prayers rise from the Western Wall. All of this happens within just 1 square kilometer, the old city of Jerusalem, surrounded by ancient walls first built in the 16th century by the Ottoman Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. The old city is divided into 4 main quarters: the Jewish quarter, the Christian quarter, the Muslim quarter, and the Armenian quarter. Each has its own unique atmosphere, architecture, and traditions, yet all are woven together into one shared tapestry of faith and history. The Western Wall, also called the Wailing Wall, is one of Judaism's most sacred sites. It is the last remaining part of the Second Temple, destroyed by the Romans in 70 CE. For centuries, Jews from around the world have come to pray here, pressing their hands to the ancient stones and placing small notes with wishes and prayers into its cracks. Many believe that the presence of God still dwells there. Just above the Western Wall rises the Temple Mount, known to Muslims as Haram al-Sharif, the noble sanctuary. Here stands the Dome of the Rock, a magnificent shrine built in the 7th century, covered in golden tiles that shine under the Middle Eastern sun. It marks the place where Muslims believe Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven. Nearby is the Al-Aqsa Mosque, one of Islam's holiest sites, where thousands gather to pray, especially during Ramadan. The peaceful beauty of these places contrasts deeply with the tensions that sometimes surround them. For Christians, Jerusalem is the heart of their faith. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, located in the Christian quarter, is one of the holiest places in Christianity. It is believed to be built over both the site of Jesus' crucifixion and his tomb, from which he rose again. Pilgrims come from all over the world to walk the Via Dolorosa, the path that Jesus took carrying his cross, ending at this church where candles, chants, and tears mix in the quiet air of devotion. Every corner of Jerusalem holds a story. The Mount of Olives looks over the city like a watchful guardian, filled with ancient tombs and olive trees. The Garden of Gethsemane at its foot is where Jesus prayed before his arrest. The city of David reveals archaeological remains from the time of ancient Israelite kings. And the bustling markets of the old city, full of spices, handmade crafts, and voices from every language, remind us that this is still a living city, not a museum. But Jerusalem is also a city of pain and longing. Over the centuries, it has been destroyed and rebuilt more than 20 times. Empires have fought for it: Babylonian, Persian, Roman, Byzantine, Ottoman, and British. And even today, the city stands at the heart of political and religious conflicts. Yet despite all the struggles, Jerusalem endures, a symbol of faith that refuses to fade. There is something deeply emotional about standing in Jerusalem at sunset. The sky turns golden, the call to prayer echoes, bells ring softly, and a feeling of peace, fragile yet powerful, settles over the hills. For a brief moment, all differences seem small compared to the shared human spirit that fills this sacred place. To understand Jerusalem is to understand humanity, our hopes, our conflicts, our longing for meaning. It is a place where the divine and the everyday meet. People come here to seek forgiveness, to find peace, to connect with history, or simply to feel something beyond themselves. Whether you stand by the Western Wall under the Golden Dome or in the quiet of a church, Jerusalem has a way of touching your heart. The city's name in Hebrew means City of Peace, yet peace here has always been complex. Still, for millions it remains a symbol of hope, the idea that faith can unite rather than divide. Every stone, every prayer, every whisper of wind carries that dream forward. Today, Jerusalem is both ancient and modern. Streetcars run beside Roman ruins. Tech startups operate near holy sites. Pilgrims with candles walk next to students with smartphones, and yet the same spiritual energy flows through it all, the sense that this is a place unlike any other on earth. As night falls, lights twinkle over the walls of the old city. The dome of the rock glows softly, the western wall becomes quiet, and the air is filled with the scent of incense and jasmine. You realize that even after thousands of years, Jerusalem continues to inspire faith, art, and the timeless question, what does it mean to live together in peace? And that was the story of Jerusalem, the eternal city, a place where heaven and earth seem to touch, where faith and history live side by side. Thank you for joining Little English Studio. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories about the world's wonders, told in clear and simple English. Until next time, may peace be with you.